All right, guys. So another day is officially in the books for SoFi stock and for the entire stock market. And even though SoFi went down 9 cents, 1.1% on the day, I really like the price action in the second half of the day, which is what we have to break down in this video. And overall, we're going to go over the charts, my thoughts, and later in the video, we'll break down the stock market, kind of where my head's at there. So, guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for a Moo with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo, and your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, that's a no-brainer. So again, use that link down below, pinned in the comment section, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. And with that being said, let's get into it. So SoFi sold off for a very small fraction of the day today. It was actually right at open up until about, let's see here, 10:45 a.m. on the East Coast. So for the first hour 15 minutes is where SoFi sold off, from around $8 per share down to about $7.60. So we dumped down about 5%. And then we saw a huge rally heading into close, pretty much getting back to where we were at open, especially now after the bell that we're pushing up a little bit. We're almost at $7.90. So you guys can see SoFi's up around 4% off the lows after starting off the day down 5%. So you guys can see with this down move today, we actually took out the lows from yesterday, and now we're actually fighting to get back above that point, being about $7.90. You guys can see that was support all day. Yesterday, we broke through it. Now it's acting as resistance. You guys can see that right here. So for tomorrow, for this rally in the majority of the day, not just the second half, but for this rally to continue, we're going to need to see it break over $7.90 and ideally back into the $8 range. And on the 5-day chart, you guys can see SoFi's been selling off. Not crazy, but just a little bit here over the last couple of days. And we're in this downwards channel here on the 5-day, 5-minute. As of right now, you guys can see we're making lower lows, lower highs. Nothing too crazy, but we are down a little bit here over the last couple of days after we got a crazy rally to the mid-8s, right? 7%, 8% is what we're down now over the last couple of days. Not too crazy, especially if you guys have been tracking SoFi. You see this all the time and time again play out. And on the 10-day chart, guys, we're noticing we're under the moving averages right now. We do have a death cross as of right now. Ideally, we should retake that. We should break out of these moving averages. That'd be ideal for the bulls, but we're still up a good chunk, 17% off the lows that we hit on the 10th of September. So guys, 2 weeks ago, we hit 675. Now we're at 786, guys. We're still up almost 20% off those lows. So chill out. If you're freaking out, oh my God, SoFi selling off, it's really not a big deal. And here on the 1 hour time frame, you guys can see we got buying pressure where we wanted to see it, right around $7.70, $7.50, which is right by the 180 SMA on this 1 hour chart. That's where buyers came in. That's a very good sign overall here for the bulls. And again, now we just got to break out of the channel that we had drawn out on the smaller time frame, which time will tell, guys. Time will tell. If we do break above $8, that could be a signal in the short term. Not financial advice, but it could be a signal to maybe go long as a trade, right? For a trade. So I'm looking at that very closely. And again, the fact that buyers came in right at this moving average, and we kind of got a V-shaped recovery off that moving average. You guys see it right here. That's a good sign for SoFi in the short term. And did we not talk about this sell-off on the 4 hour chart? We've talked about this in previous videos, right? We saw a huge run recently to the mid-8s. We saw that, which, by the way, that got us to a fresh 3-4 month Actually, no, 4 to 5 month high. So that was really good. We got up to the highs from the end of April. You guys see it right here. So it only makes sense that we cool off a little bit. Stocks aren't going to go up, and away forever. We're going to get periods of time where things cool off, which is what we're getting right now. And it's ideal to watch it in this pocket right here between $7.50 to $7.75, $8, this 25-50 cent range, to see if buyers come in and we start pushing back 8 to 8.50, preferably above 8.50. So I'm liking the way SoFi is shaping up right now. I like the healthy pullback. Now we just got to get the buying pressure to come in. The worst thing would be if this were to flush under 7.30, under $7. That would not be ideal at all, which we'll cover how it does over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell. I think 50% of you guys watch the videos, but you're not subscribed, so make sure to subscribe. But yeah, we'll break it down and we'll see what direction we pick. But as of now, based on the price action for the majority of the day, buyers are starting to step in, which is really good. And personally, guys, I'm long. I'm in at $6.80. I've owned this stock for almost a year at this point, and I don't plan on selling anytime soon. I really don't, unless we just blow up to about $12, $15 per share. Maybe then I'd consider selling some shares, maybe all of the position. We'll see, depending on how it goes. But for now, guys, I'm holding on, baby. I'm in this thing, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments where you're at with SoFi. But that's a quick breakdown on what happened today in the midst of a green day for the stock market. The Russell went up 0.2%, not too bad. NASDAQ up 0.5%, pretty good. Looking to break out of the highs here from the end of August. Triple Q that's at 485. We're pretty much right at that point. SPY ended up going up 0.3% on the day, almost at an all-time high again, as the Dow Jones guys went up 0.25%, which I think this did hit an all-time high. Yeah, this hit an all-time high today, literally, which is nuts. And yeah, it looks like based on the close here for the Dow, we saw a huge pop. Maybe all-time highs are going to hit again fairly shortly here. So for me, guys, we all know it's an election year. People are like, oh my God, it's time to cash out, get out before the election, trying to time the market, do all that crazy stuff. For me, I'm holding on. If you have a long-term time horizon, 10, 20, 30 years, you'd be a fool to sell out because it's an election year, right? Granted, if you own penny stocks or, speculative investments, anything could happen. But if you're in something like the S&P 500, a majority of your money's in that with some stocks, right? I'm not all in the S&P. I do have a bunch of individual stocks. But if you have a basket of strong companies, blue chip companies, right? You own some strong ETFs that track the overall market, you're going to be an idiot if you sell out and try and time everything here. So for me, guys, I'm just holding on. I'm buying blue chip stocks. I'm buying ETFs. I'm adding, I wouldn't say SoFi is a blue chip stock right now, but I'm adding, more risky stocks in the more risky side of my portfolio. But the majority of my money, guys, is in blue chip stocks, right? ETFs. I'm stacking up cash, right? I'm looking to buy a house here soon. Hopefully deals present themselves, at some point. And that's another thing worth mentioning. Little side tangent here. But if you're in the stock market right now with money that you need in a year or two, maybe then you should consider selling, because that is not a good strategy. If you need this money within the next couple of years, my recommendation, not financial advice or whatever, would be to just put it in a high-yield savings account. Forget the stock market. The stock market is for money that you don't need at least for 5 years. At least for 5 years. Even that is maybe too soon, if you know what I mean, right? If you need this money in 7 years, all right, maybe 5 years, 10 years, right? Keep it in the stock market. You're going to be all right, in my opinion. But if you need this money in a year or 2 years, it's probably better to have it in cash, saving it up in a high-yield savings account. But And by the way, Sofi actually has a high yield savings account, not sponsored, but go check it out. I don't even have a link for that. Whatever, go check it out on your own, guys. But yeah, that's where you should put your money if you need cash in the next year, 2 years. If you're looking to buy a car or a house or something, keep that in a high yield savings account. Whereas money that you don't need for 5+ years, 10 years, 20, 30 years, keep it in a brokerage account, tax advantage, retirement account, whatever it may be. Buy blue chip stocks, buy ETFs, buy some more risky stocks with a smaller amount of your portfolio. And guys, you're going to be golden. Rant over, side tangent over. With that being said, run the likes up, guys. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to snag up to 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. And your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1%. And join the mailing list. It's completely free. Both of those are pinned down below in the comment section, guys. In the mailing list, if you join it, I'm sending you guys my top 3 stocks every single Monday. It's a no-brainer, guys, so get in there, link down below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.